Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this file, and he did not ask me to help him. He just asked me how it was going to cut out, and I was being kind of blunt, honest with him. And if you look, it's pretty rough. I mean, the clip art has flat sides, so when you contour flat sides, you get more flat sides, and you get stuff like this. Now, this can be fixed. Just break this apart, but you can't fix all this without just taking it apart. So here's one I just did real quick. It's not perfect, but you can see that it's got sloping rounded sides and it's going to cut a lot better. So I thought I'd just kind of show this, and I might have to put this in two parts to get it all in. And I'm going to set my nudge distance on 10 inches. Let's say it's, well, the whole thing's 20 inches. Let's make it 20. And let's ungroup this. Now, looking at it real close, the Beckett part is clear. So let's just move it out of the way. Now, we can get rid of the B. We don't need the B. We're going to completely redo that. But this clip art, squiggles, is really rough. So there's a couple ways you could do that. So I'm going to look at them both with hairlines, and I can see a problem with this top one, and it's having to do with some of the letters we're going through there. So we're just going to discard that one. These are both the same. We don't need them. Now you could take the shape tool and select this. I'm having a little trouble. But look at all the nodes, and that's why it's so rough. So let's zoom in here. Now you could do one or two things. You could select it all and press 20 and hit enter, and you get less nodes, but this thing's not perfect. So if we want it symmetrical, we're going to go back. We're going to put it in the center of the page with a P. We're going to delete that one. I guess it was a double. I'm going to get my 2-point line and make holding down the control button, hold a line, hit P, hit it in the center of the page. Now I'm going to delete half of this because we do not need it. And this way you can repair just half of it. Now I'm still going to use the shape tool, select it, engulf it, select it all, then hit 20. And you can see it's a little bit off, like this has got a double node there. Whoop, I had all the nodes selected. Double node there, and we can get rid of that node. This is a little thicker. And for the video, I'm not going to go through a lot, but we're going to make it look a little bit better. So you just kind of play with your nodes, but you don't have to do this but once. And like this is a pretty sharp node here. We'll just delete it. We've got something going on here, and you always need to look at that. And there we have a break in the line where we cut it. I'm just going to delete that node. I'm going to bring that node to connect that node. I'm going to delete this node and just see what it looks like. Then I can get my handle and make that look a little more uniformed. And for the video, that looks good enough. This is a little bit thin, but you could play around with it a little bit. And for the video, I think that's going to be, I'm going to call that good. So I'm going to use the Smart Fill tool to make sure it's not broken. I'm going to go ahead and take away the outline. We don't need it. I left click the no outline. I'm going to hit Control D and make a duplicate of it. I'm going to hold down the Control button and make a copy I made a copy of it, then I just moved it over. I'm going to go ahead and group this together, Control G. Now, if you remember, this was our bottom one, so let's just move it out of the way for a second. Our Beckett needs to be grouped together, Control G, and we'll hit P. Now it's in the center of the page. This is in the center of the page, but we're not sure, so we hit P and put it in the center of the page. And now we start moving down and then hold the Control button, and then it's in the center of the page. We're going to make a duplicate of that, and we're going to mirror that. start moving it, and then hold down the control button and it gets it still in the center. So that looks good enough. So I'm going to stop the video now and continue on how to put that B in here. But anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.